YouTubers, Adam Shea from Primetime Guitar here. Today we're going to be taking a look at the 5 shapes of the minor scale. If you've caught any other videos in this series, you might have seen the minor pentatonic scale video that we did. This is basically just going to be an extension of that. So if you know those shapes, we're basically just adding 2 more notes to each one of them. So conceptually, it should be a pretty easy one to follow, but we can get right into it and I'll show you what I'm talking about. Alright, so the first scale shape that we're going to be looking at today is going to be pattern 3. We're starting with pattern 3 because out of all the shapes today that we're going to be learning, this is the one that you can start with at the lowest point on the fretboard without hitting any open strings, at least for this key, which is the key of A minor. So if you have caught our minor pentatonic scale lesson, we're going to start with those shapes and then we're just going to add a couple more notes. So for pattern 3, the pentatonic shape was Alright, so the minor scale is very close to the minor pentatonic scale. It just adds 2 more notes in. So without getting into too much theory, this is going to be basically the same shape that we just did, but just adding in a couple notes. So it's going to start with pinky on the 5 on the low E, and then 2, 3, 5 on the A string, followed by 2, 3, 5 on the D string, followed by 2, 4, 5 on the G string, followed by 3, 5, 6 on the B, and then 3, 5 on the high E. So coming back down, and once we're there, let's not forget about the G right underneath that. So the whole scale is going to sound like Alright, on to the next shape. Alright, so the next shape, shape 4, pattern 4, is going to be based off of that old minor pentatonic blues box, the standard rock one that everyone knows. So this one will probably be the easiest one for you to get underneath your fingers. If we look at that pentatonic shape, it is off of the 5th fret, so that's where we're going to start. And to make this A minor, we're just going to add in those 2 other notes. So this one, it's going to start 5, 7, 8 on the low E, followed by the same shape, 5, 7, 8 on A, 5, 7 on the D, 4, 5, 7 on the G string, that same shape on the B, just up a fret, so 5, 6, 8, and then 5, 7, 8 on the high E. Alright, so going back down, and since we don't want to slide down or stretch out, at least for the sake of learning the shapes, we're just going to stop there right on the tonic, the A. So that should be it for that shape. On to the next one. Pattern 5 is going to be up next. Looking at our pentatonic shape, it's going to be this one, starting on the 7th fret of the D string. So adding in our new notes, it's going to be 7, 9, 10 on the D string, followed by that same shape, 7, 9, 10 on the G string, and then it's going to be 8, 10 on the B string, followed by 7, 8, 10, back down to where we started from there. Alright, and as you can see, there's 2 more strings that we haven't hit yet, so after that we're going to do 10, 8, 7 on on the A string, and then 10-8-7 on the low E string as well. And then back up. So all together. Excuse me. Alright, on to the next shape. Alright, so this is going to be minor scale pattern 1. If we're looking at our pentatonic scales that we're hopefully in tune with and know, it's going to be this guy, starting on the 12th fret of the A string. Alright, so adding in those other notes that make it minor, it's going to look like this. So 12 on the A string, followed by 9, 10, 12 on the D string, 9, 10, 12 on the G string, 10, 12, 13 on the B, and then 10, 12, 13 on the high E as well. Back down from there. Alright, so as you can guess, there's another string beneath it. So what we're going to do after that is we're going to hit the 10th fret on the A string, excuse me, followed by 13, 12, 10 on the low E string. And then back up. So all together, this one sounds like. Cool, one more to go. Let's take a look at it. All right, and our last scale that we're looking at today is going to be minor scale pattern 2, possibly the scale that you use second most after the good old-fashioned rock box one down here. This is going to start on the same place as our last one, the 12th fret of the A string. If we're looking at our pentatonic box, it's going to be this shape. Alright, so filling in the blanks, it's going to be 12, 14, 15 on the A string, 12, 14, 15 on the D, 12, 14 on the G, 12, 13, 15 on the B, that same shape, 12, 13, 15 on the high E, going back down the scale, and then for our low E string, it's going to be 15, 13, 12. So the whole scale. So that should do it for the scales. Perfecto! Hopefully that wasn't too painful. Like I said a few times in the lesson, if you caught our minor pentatonic lesson, this is kind of the same thing. We're just adding a couple more notes to make it full minor as opposed to just the minor pentatonic scale. Basically 5 notes there, now we have 7, a couple more tones to do things with. And that's something that we would get into next week, because with each of these scale lessons, we're doing a video the following week where it's a lick for each scale pattern. So that should be able to help you, kind of get your fingerings down, have a cool lick for each spot on the fretboard, so you're not just, kind of going up and down the scale the whole time. There's definitely a time and a place for that. I do that a lot, but knowing some good, bluesy licks, stuff like that is good. So that's why we're doing it like this, and hopefully you guys are enjoying it. That's about all I got for the lesson. Make sure to subscribe to us on YouTube, follow us on Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. We're doing the whole social media thing. Something's coming out from us most days of the week, at least 5. So you can always stay up to date. Tell us if we're doing good or what you want to see. We definitely take suggestions. We're just trying to give you guys what you want. So yeah, that being said, I'm Adam, and thanks for watching.